Let's talk about Michael B. Jordan and his powers.
Did y'all know that Michael B. Jordan is a high priest, also known as a Babalawa? Let's talk about it. So in a recent
the man you are today. I'm a Babalawo, and my mom, when I was born, I got the name,
It was written by witches and warlocks that they brought from Africa here into Hollywood to write the script, into counsel Ryan Coogler, Michael.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all pay. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me.
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. Let's talk about Michael B. Jordan and his powers. So you guys know Michael B. Jordan's name is Michael B. Jordan. So the B stands for Bacalao. I think but it's a high priest, a very high ranking warlock. So in Haitian voodoo, we have the same thing for men. They call it bokor. It's the same with the B, bokor, bacalao, something like that. But a warlock is someone who walks between both realms. And I've talked about this a lot in, most of my videos. But Michael B. Jordan, I always knew this because the signs and symbols have always been there. The jewelry that he wears, the type of clothes, how he holds his hands under his suit. It's a whole lot going on around that. But I've always known this, and I've been wanting to make a video about this. So let's talk about it today.
Did y'all know that Michael B. Jordan is a high priest, also known as a Babalawa? Let's talk about it. So in a recent interview, an interviewer mentioned how Michael B. Jordan's middle name is Bakari, and that name stands for noble promises, which have roots in the Yoruba culture of Nigeria. And she asked him who gave him that name and how did it shape him into being the man that he is today. And that's where he goes on to say that he is a Babalawa, which is basically a high priest or diviner that comes from the Yoruba culture. So a Babalawa is basically like a sacred priest in this religion. And the term means father of secrets. And it refers to a respected position within this spiritual tradition. Now, this is not something that you can just become overnight. They are trained, dedicated Ifa priests and diviners. And in traditional society, a Babalawa is a doctor, a pharmacist, a herbalist, and the most diviner who the people can consult to for advice. So they're very, very respected and people come to them for everything. So it takes years of rigorous training and experience just to have this title. And it really all makes sense because in the movie Sinners, the director and producer, whoever he is, Ryan Coogler, basically said that he got lots of inspiration from the movie from, the different West African traditions. He also said how he actually got the twins inspired by the Ibeji twins, which are Orishas in the Yoruba culture. And he also talked about Legba and just different other little deities that tie in. So it really does all make sense that, Michael B. Jordan knows, a lot about this and is into this type of stuff and why he was perfect for this role. I know a lot of people, had lots of, different thoughts and their opinions on this, but to each his own. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments and if y'all knew that he was into the Yoruba culture and Ifa. And stay tuned for more of my content about super spiritual celebrities and celebrities that's in touch with their African spirituality. And also, please excuse my pronunciation. I am not the best with this.
Didn't I tell y'all when y'all see this face that I'm about to drop a truth bomb on you? There is a clip that is going around because Michael B. Jordan, his middle name is Bakari, but he also says that in this clip that he's a Babalawo. And we're going to find out what that means. Let's watch.
B. Jordan, the B stands for Bakari, which means of noble promise.
Correct. You know your stuff.
All right. Who gave you that name, and how do you think it shaped the man you are today?
I'm a Babalawo, and my mom, when I was born, I got the name, fresh out the womb, and I just try to, live in that purpose, every day since.
So a Babalawo is a priest or diviner in the Yoruba religion, especially in the Alpha spiritual system. The word Babalawo in Yoruba means father of mysteries or father of secrets. Babalawos are experts in Alpha divination and are responsible for communicating with the divine through a system called Ifa. Using tools like the Opeli divination chain or Ekin sacred palm nuts, they provide spiritual guidance, help people solve problems, perform rituals, and maintain a connection between humans in the spiritual world. This sounds like some demonic stuff because it sounds like it because it is. He's saying he channels spirits. He connects with the dead. Okay, so what is Alpha divination? It is a system of divination practiced by the Yoruba people of West Africa, particularly in Nigeria. It involves a diviner known as a Babalawo who uses divination, Trey, and Tapper to interpret the will of the gods and spirits. Unlike other forms of divination, Alpha divination doesn't rely on spirit mediumship, but on a complex system of orally transmitted text that the Babalawo memorizes and interprets. What is examples of divination? Modern forms of divination include astrology, horoscopes, scrying, tarot cards, and Ouija boards. The Bible speaks against divination. Here it is right here. In religious context, the sin of divination is the act of seeking hidden knowledge or foretelling the future through non-divine means, such as consulting spirit mediums, omens, or other supernatural forces. It's considered a sin because it involves seeking knowledge that God has not chosen to reveal, and because it often involves demonic or spiritual forces that are not aligned with God's will. The scriptures talk against divination, necromancy, enchanters, witches. Read Deuteronomy 18:9 through 11. He also says he channeled Chadwick Boseman in the movie Sinners. This is how him and many other actors are able to display certain characters. They tap into the spiritual rhythm and align their spirit with demonic forces. Seek the Most High Yahuwah for information. Not New Age, not African spiritualism. Just drop the truth bomb on you.
Sinners was written not just by Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler. It was written by witches and warlocks that they brought from Africa here into Hollywood to write the script into counsel. Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan. In other words, these men and women, they opened themselves up to demons. So if you say we are the original people, which we are, and that medicine and science, okay, and education and dentistry, chemistry came up out of Alkebulan, but witchcraft came up out of Alkebulan as well. God allowed 100 million plus people to be because of that.
Demons is crazy because he says demon right after he says they went to Africa to get warlocks and witches, which I don't believe is true at all. I believe they might have gone to Africa and gotten some information in order to execute what it is that they're trying to transfer to the people, right? And we're going to get to the demon part. But I believe that Michael B. Jordan, as a warlock, if he knows the information that he should know as a warlock, he can explain these things to this man and, give his opinion based on experience of what to do and the proper rituals to use, because just like I said in different videos that I make, they do put real spells in the shows and in the movies. So therefore, I don't think they necessarily had to go to Africa to get warlocks, because we have warlocks in America. We have witches and warlocks in America. And they could simply just read the information from the books about the Beji twins, which we talked about. And I know we're going back to Sinners again, but talking about Michael B. Jordan and him being a warlock, Sinners going to come up because he played that role so well. That is another reason why I was for sure I knew for sure that this man, yes, he is a warlock, because when you are familiar with it in information, you can re-explain it to somebody else because you're so familiar with it. And also, when you are familiar with something, you can do it basically with your eyes closed because you're familiar with it. So in my opinion, he was the best person to play that role, even though his wife or his girlfriend at the time was the one who was casting all of the spells. But they also show you in the movie that even though he's a warlock, he does need the head, the woman who is connected to the cosmic, which is the moon because we're connected to the moon. So he still needed her to do it because she's stronger, right? So, but that's in the movie because the woman who plays it, she's a British woman. She might not even be into all of that, but she knew, she learned it because of the sake of the movie. And now when he brought up the whole demon situation, he is basically demonizing the entire culture because of the lack of information, right? Because this man, he's very smart, because I have talked, he have given me a lot of information for the videos, and also you have heard him and watched him before in my channel when we talk about the boule and the black Hollywood and all that. So I have gotten a lot of information, but this one I cannot agree with him on that one, because a clock can be right twice a day, right? So there are things that I simply cannot agree with when he talks about it being demonic, that they went to Africa and get witches and warlocks in order to execute what they were trying to get across to the people, which a lot of people who watch that show can basically say, oh, the movie is now available on Amazon Prime for free. If you have Amazon Prime, well, it's not free, but Amazon Prime, it's not sponsored or anything. But a lot of people understood their background and understood the culture and the hoodoo and the voodoo and the hoodoo practice in our culture because of that movie. A lot of people never even thought about it that way, how to protect yourself, how to not invite the energy of vampire in, because that's really what they're trying to teach you, and how like the practice spreads across the nation. They show you when they were dancing in the bar, they took you through like generation of different people, Asians, black, Indians. They were dancing and singing together and manifesting and calling upon the spirit, their spirits. So when he says that God basically punished millions of people because of the practice of voodoo hoodoo, how come, which he's talking about, and punished them by causing them to be enslaved, how come God didn't punish the other people who also practice this same religion? The Spanish people who practice Santeria, and also the Indians who practice Hinduism, or and also the Italians who practice Italian folk magic, the Americans, the white people who practice Wicca. How come they didn't get punished? This is the only thing that I can always say about black people, is that they will read that part of the Bible where it says that slaves should obey their master, and that the slaves should also be punished for sinning against God. Meanwhile, the people who are technically their master didn't sin against God. You know what I mean? It's like, make it make sense. And when you talk about being demons and demonic, and you're saying, oh, witches and warlocks or people who are spiritual are only talking to spirits, you completely forget that, or pretend not to know that God, or not God, Jesus is also a spirit. And if you're going to call spirits demonic and demons, then you should also call Jesus a demon, because at the end of the day, he did die and resurrected. So therefore, if you're saying people are talking to dead people and or spirits, then when you pray to Jesus, you're also talking to spirits, because he's not in the physical anymore. So and he died, and he got buried, and after 3 days he rose again. He basically, how do you call this, he reincarnated. If you're going to really be honest, he reincarnated back into the same body. Allegedly, apparently, right? He reincarnated, so he died and reincarnated again. So therefore, could be a real person that's still alive, or could be a metaphor, could be, an allegory, a story, but when it comes to the whole sinners had so much lessons and information in it. If someone watches it and not think differently, then I don't know what to say. But that movie did had a whole spell on it. I know that movie had a whole spell on it, because it made you feel what you were supposed to feel. And in my opinion, when you're watching that movie, the spell was casted upon you, as well as when you're watching shows and different movies that have been created by white people, black people, Spanish people. All of those movies have some sort of ritual put on them, one, for them to do good, right? In the box office, to do good, for people to watch them, to come and watch, and also be interested in the movie, to rewatch it, one, and or to refer to somebody else. They put that spell on there in order for the movie to be successful. Nothing that has ever been done where a lot of money go into it, they don't cast some sort of spell on it for it to make sure to be successful. Not only if they don't cast a spell, they definitely went to a psychic in order to see if that show, that movie, that whatever it is going to be successful. So never get fooled to think that, oh, it's just witches and warlocks was casting spells and doing all these things, or spiritual people who are doing all these things, because majority of the people around you, like your neighbors, your friends, your family, they're probably casting spells in secrets. They're probably praying and reading psalms against someone else at their job that's causing them troubles. So never think that whatever it is that somebody else is doing is demonic, but what you're doing is godly and holy, and nothing gonna ever happen to you. Remember that, okay? So I'll talk to you later. Bye. Love you guys. And yes, Michael B. Jordan, in my opinion, allegedly is a warlock. I do believe that. Bye. Hey guys, I'm Jenny, and this is Shameless Plug. So I want to tell you guys about my Crown of Success manifestation book with easy, simple rituals and spells to manifest a life of abundance in your life. And those spells are so easy, even a child can do it. So this book is filled with different spells that I've learned over the years from my family, passed down from grandma and everything. And also those are spells that I've actually tried and I know that they work. So this book not only teach you step by step on the things that you can do that are so easy that a child can do it, but it tells you like the proper moon phase to use, alchemy, manifesting with numbers, numerology, and also the days of the week that best fit for this particular spell. So it tells you the timing of when to practice the spell, the days of the week, the moon phase. It shows you all the colors of the candles that you should be using and different planets. So for example, I show you like planet Jupiter is for Thursdays and the hours of the days that you should be doing the spell. So this is an easy road opener spell. So I know a lot of people like to do like different spell work, but if your roads are blocked, of course your spells are not going to work. So it's good to unblock yourself first and then start using the spell, especially with the new years and the new days to come. And also I have some amazing spells in here. This is a powerful quick money spell. So if you're in a bind for some money and you're just trying to get some money, and I even have some easy powerful spell to win game of chance. So if you are a gambler, now I don't promote gambling, but if you are a gambler and you're just trying to make some money and trying to make sure you win, these spells will definitely help you. It tells you the best days to do it. So it says the best days to perform this spell is on a Thursday, Jupiter day. Jupiter is the planet of good fortune, luck, and expansion. Jupiter is the best day to perform spells that boost luck and increase your chance of success in any game of chance or any money spell, period. It has a list of so many spells that you can incorporate in your life with this new year to bring prosperity. And I even put some bonus spells on here, which for Saturday is a day to do like protection work. So I have a spell for like send back to sender. So I put some bonus spells on here, and then a protection with Archangel Michael. So there's so many spells on here. Removing the evil eye spell, so you can remove evil eye in your money and also in your everyday life. New Year home blessing spell, and I know it's been a few days since the new year started, but you can always do a home blessing spell any days of the week. As long as you need it, you could do it. So anyways, guys, this is my book. It's called Crown of Success by Jenny, and it's available on Amazon, the ebook and also the physical copying. So please grab a copy if you're interested in supporting this channel. This is a way to support the channel and to support me as well for putting out, content every day for you guys. So enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this book, and I hope you go and grab your copy, whether it's the ebook or the physical copy. I say have a physical copy, but it's really up to how much, your wallet and what you can afford. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Mwah. This is a shameless plug, so just check out my channel, okay? Love you guys. Mwah.